Yo, Barbecue Church family, what's going on? I hope you're good out there in them streets. I'm in the basement, man. It's cold outside. Man, it's been a wild week. Going through some stuff. People calling, find out people are in pain, people struggling, people trying to figure out what's wrong with them. I'm still going to PT. Shoulders locked up, and they call it frozen shoulder, and then my back, my shoulder blade is starting to be sore and engaged, and muscles are moving around. It's kind of crazy. So trying to get all that together and figure all that out is what it is, man. Had had friends over, had some stuff going on, had some crazy business stuff happening, and we have even more stuff going on this week that's just major. Finally at the end of a long on ramp, money wise and company wise, and so hopefully we hear some really good news this week to kind of move forward with some stuff that has been 3 years in the making. So it's just good, man. If you pray. That's what we on. Let's see. Not major outside of that, man. I didn't smoke this week. I didn't. It's been raining and all that. Big Lucille is out there. My fire, the heat seal, it's like the little fabric stuff that's on the bottom of where my door hits, started to fall off. I think it's just because it's greasy. Right there, the grease kind of pours out when I slide the rack out. So I need to get some more of that. Besides that, man, we chilling. I got to clean off Big Lucille pretty soon. Just a couple smokes, and she has this like ball lever that where all the fat goes. So I have to empty all that out, and just wild stuff, man. But we doing good. And I was going through this thought, I'm going through physical therapy for this frozen up shoulder, and I'm talking with some other friends that are going through some wild stuff. And after last week, I was talking about set the temperature, and this is kind of a follow up to that, and still talking on that level because I'm kind of realizing some stuff. All right, because basically life hits, and the scripture sounds good, and great advice sounds good, and then when the pressure really hits, when the pain really comes in, it's easy to get in your feelings. It's easy to fall down. It's easy to slow down. It's easy to be like, oh, well, I'll move whenever things are perfect. I'll move whenever things get better. But obedience doesn't wait for all that. You got to move. You got to move forward. You got to do what God is calling you to do. You got to do what you were set out to do. You got to continue to live that life. You got to continue to press through, even in the midst of pain, even in the midst of craziness. And you can't lose who you are. You can't lose who God is calling you to be. You can't lose your vision. You can't lose the call that God has on your life. You can't let that stuff go just because you got hit. Just because you took an L, or just because things started to get pressed down around you. All right. So it says, 2 Corinthians 4:8, right? We are pressed on every side by troubles, but we are not crushed. We are perplexed, but not driven to despair. All right, so the pressing comes. And when it says on all sides, it's all sides. Like you feel like completely jacked up, you feel like completely jammed, but it reveals what's inside you, and you have to let that come out. You got to understand, like they talk about grapes out here, pressed, and what comes out, it becomes better. You can be pressed, but not crushed. You can be confused. Confused doesn't mean you're defeated. And feeling it doesn't mean that you failed. All right, pressure reveals what voice you've been listening to, and not whether or not God is present. Whenever you get pressed, whenever crazy stuff happens, that doesn't mean that God isn't there. God is always there. God is there. It doesn't mean that God isn't pleased with you just because stuff happened. Just because you pressed down, just because nah, man, we're good. Pressure doesn't remove God. It exposes where your trust really is. All right, in 2 Corinthians 4:7, for our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. All right, pain produces, pressure builds, quitting wastes the lesson. That's the grind. We got to keep going. With my shoulder, it's frozen up. I still have to move, and I have to I have to know what to move, how to move it, because I can move it wrong and I can further damage it. So you have to learn the ways in which you move. You have to learn the way that's going to be better, that's going to be beneficial, and not just fight through pain, but go through it with purpose. When my physical therapist is working me out, it's a purpose pain. This is what's going to help. Don't do this because it's not helping you. So that's deeper than what I'm even making it sound. And you got to keep moving even though it hurts. In Galatians 6:9, so let us not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. Movement matters more than your mood. Obedience doesn't wait for motivation, and faith has to keep showing up. You don't have to feel strong. You don't have to feel like you got it all together. You don't have to feel like, the people around you are even rooting for you. It's not about all that. It's not about people that can clap for you. It's not about feeling like everything is noodle salad and everything. It's not about all that. It's about what God is calling you to do, and it's about you stepping into that. It's about you enduring. It's about you staying focused. It's about you not being derailed just because some stuff is wild. You have to keep pressing. All right. In Matthew 17:20, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible. That's all on faith. That's faith. Faith is alignment. It's not about the volume. Authority follows obedience. Mountains move when faith is exercised, not discussed. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Have that faith and keep speaking to these mountains that are in the way. You don't wait for the mountain to shrink. You grow into the authority that God has already given you. The mountains ain't going to move because you loud. They move because you believe that God is there and that he's bigger than that obstacle. Life sucks, man. Life sucks. The pain is real. Pressure gets heavy. The grief gets loud. But movement is still required. You got to keep pushing. Don't survive. Don't just cope. Don't retreat internally. Keep pressing. Keep doing it. Keep going. Keep walking the path. Don't slow down, because that's the temptation. Slow down real quick. Let me slow down. Let me do this. Let me keep moving towards God. Keep moving towards all that God has called you to. Don't get off track. You're gonna be all right. Don't feel all down and despaired. Keep it pushing. Just keep rolling. Let's keep going. Let's keep fighting. I'm like looking at my life and I'm going, man, who am I surrounded with? And I was kind of challenged on it. And I'm like, man, because on one end, I surround myself with the church people, the people that we're reaching out to, the people that we love, the people that, that we're there to help better. And then I surround myself with people who are calling me out, who are helping me, make sure that I'm being better, and it goes, it's a full circle thing. You get poured into, you pour out. That's the thing. You get poured into, you pour out. And so who are you surrounded with? Let's keep pressing. Who are the people that are helping you walk it forward? So I'm praying for y'all. Hope you have a great day. If you need anything, I'll let your boy. If you don't have a relationship with God, start one. Get that right. Pray and ask him into your life. Believe that Jesus is who he said he was. So I'm out. I got stuff. Got to get into some stuff today. I hope y'all are well. Call me, text me, Facebook message me. It's whatever. We out here. Love y'all. Gang, gang.